When you think of the Sega Mega Drive library, fast-paced action titles immediately come to mind, from Shinobi 3 to Strider. But nestled among those classics is a lesser-known anime adaptation that deserves a closer look: Mamono Hunter Yōko, Dai 7 no Keishō, or Devil Hunter Yōko, The Seven Bells. Released in Japan in 1991, this game is based on the early 90s anime and OVA series about Yōko Mano, a teenage girl who inherits the title of Devil Hunter and fights off demonic forces. While it never made it to the West officially, it's one of those games that captures both the charm and the frustration of early anime-inspired action. Before diving deeper into the gameplay, it's worth remembering where Mamono Hunter Yōko came from. The game is based on the 1990s OVA series Mamono Hunter Yōko, Devil Hunter Yōko, a cult classic among early anime fans. Produced by Madhouse and Toho, the series followed Yōko Mano, a high school girl who discovers she's the 108th in a long line of demon hunters. The OVA's appeal came from its mix of stylish supernatural action, comedic fan service, and early 90s anime charm. Vibrant character designs, catchy J-pop themes, and fluid hand-drawn animation that felt like a mix of Ranma 1/2 and Sailor Moon with a darker edge. Yōko herself embodied that era's magical girl warrior archetype, but with a more confident, cheeky personality, making her stand out among her contemporaries. By 1993, the anime had developed a cult following in Japan and abroad, especially through VHS imports. So when Renovation and NCS Messiah adapted it for the Sega Mega Drive, fans were eager to see how the OVA's supernatural energy would translate into a 16-bit action platformer. While the game couldn't replicate the OVA's level of animation or tone perfectly, it captured that nostalgic early 90s anime atmosphere with its colorful sprites, demon-slaying aesthetic, and Yōko's distinctive look and spirit. While it never made it to the West officially, it's one of those games that captures both the charm and the frustration of early anime-inspired action. Right from the opening cutscene, Mamono Hunter Yōko pulls you in with its colorful visuals and catchy music. The story setup is brief. Yōko receives her magical sword and sets out to defeat a series of powerful demons threatening the human world. It's a classic one girl versus the underworld tale that mirrors the anime's tone perfectly. You'll immediately notice the game's art direction. The sprite work is fantastic, with Yōko animated beautifully. Her hair, outfit, and sword swings all look surprisingly fluid for an early Mega Drive release. The backgrounds are equally impressive, filled with gothic temples, dark forests, and ominous skies that lend the game a moody, supernatural feel. For fans of anime aesthetics, this game is a treat. At its core, Mamono Hunter Yōko is a side-scrolling action platformer that plays a bit like Valis or Castlevania. Yōko can jump, crouch, and slash her sword, and as you progress, you can charge up her attack to unleash a powerful wave of energy. The mechanics are simple enough, but the game demands precision. Enemies move fast, attack from odd angles, and respawn quickly. It's one of those titles where memorization and timing are key to survival. Unfortunately, this is also where the game's rough edges start to show. The hit detection can be inconsistent. Sometimes you'll clearly strike an enemy, yet take damage instead. The jumping controls are stiff, and Yōko's movement feels a touch too slow for how aggressive the enemy patterns are. Combine that with limited continues, and you've got a game that can be downright punishing for newcomers. The presentation is arguably the strongest part of Mamono Hunter Yōko. The graphics push the Mega Drive's color palette nicely, and each level has a distinct atmosphere. The boss designs, in particular, stand out. From giant demonic beasts to floating spirits and armored guardians, they look like they've stepped right out of a late 80s anime movie. The music, composed by Masaharu Iwata, who later worked on Final Fantasy Tactics and Tactics Ogre, is another highlight. The soundtrack is dramatic and haunting, perfectly fitting the game's supernatural theme. Each stage theme has that signature Mega Drive edge, heavy on the bass and melodic synths, giving it an unmistakable early 90s vibe. This is not a long game. You can finish it in under an hour once you've mastered it, but getting to that point takes effort. The first two stages lull you into thinking it'll be easy, but by the third and fourth levels, the challenge spikes dramatically. Cheap hits, bottomless pits, and tight jumps become common, and the final boss can be brutal if you are not patient. That said, there's a sense of satisfaction when you do overcome those obstacles. Like many games from this era, Mamono Hunter Yōko rewards persistence. It's tough but fair, most of the time. Mamono Hunter Yōko, Die 7. No Keishō is far from perfect, but it's a fascinating piece of Sega history. As one of the few anime-licensed games on the Mega Drive that actually plays decently, it captures the spirit of its source material while offering a visually rich, challenging experience. The controls and difficulty spikes might frustrate some players, but if you were into old-school action games with style, this one's worth checking out. It's short, it's quirky, and it's packed with early 90s anime energy, exactly the kind of oddball gem that keeps retro gaming interesting.